Hey there, and welcome to Crochet Therapy. I'm Barbara, your host, for this episode of Morning Coffee and Crochet, and this is our TGIF, thank goodness it is Friday, version of the week. And so I am so glad to see you. I am so glad to see you. You are so special to me, and thank you. Thank you. Good morning, Alice. Good morning. Hey. Good morning, Nikki. Good morning. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you, Alice. Good morning, Catherine. It's good to see you. Good morning, Naomi. Good morning. Hey, Patty Barker. I'm so glad to see you here. I'm so glad to see you here. Thank you for patiently waiting on me. What is in your cup? I have coffee with a little bit of half and half. Good morning. It's good to see you. I'm so glad it's still morning. Honestly, I really am. Oh my goodness. TGIF to you. TGIF to you. Thank you, Alice. I'm glad I made it too. I'm glad I made it too. So Nikki says, morning, TGIF. Don't forget to thumbs up. It is a pug mug. Look, Nikki. It says PUG. And it's a pug mug. See this one right here? Oh. That one looks like my little daisy. Oh, you're drinking coffee and you bought a new frother? A frother, maybe? Oh, Nikki, this little pug right here looks just like my little daisy always looked. And yeah, we didn't have her but 7 years, and then she got sick, and we lost her, and that was, oh goodness, that was 11 years ago. And she's still, my Rosie is my sweet girl, and I love her. She's my foster. Not my foster. She's my, well, we got her from the shelter, so she's my shelter dog, and she's a love. She's so sweet. And in fact, all the dogs that we have are sweet. Ah, Patty says she's on her second cup of coffee. Just got off the bike. Oh, my word, Patty Barker. You are rocking it. Rock and roll on a Friday. Enjoying coffee before you start cleaning. Patty, where you got all this energy from? That's wonderful. That is wonderful. My goodness. Ah, okay. Catherine got a new frother, so she's got some frothy milk in hers. Yummy, yummy. I do need coffee. I actually got up at 7. Not, I was still, kind of dozing, but I got up at 7 and got myself a cup of coffee, just a little bit, right? Because I felt like I had bones in my throat. It's lovely, whatever that keeps hanging on, right? And I drank a little bit of that, and then I laid back down, and out. I was just out like a light. So, yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens. So this is our Friday fun day. Let's see. Let's see what I can come up with fun for the day. I do have our video ready, and I'm so glad about that. Ooh, things are going slow. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, Catherine, thank you for the super sticker. That is so sweet. That is so sweet of you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Y'all are so sweet to me. Oh my goodness. I hope I get better soon, right? I mean, I need to start feeling better soon. I do have a doctor's appointment coming up in May, early May. So hopefully I'm going to like go get a tune up, you know, how you take your car in for the annual. And I'm going to go in and I have a list of things that need to be tuned up. I mean, my list used to not be long at all, right? And then you hit 50. Well, first you hit 40 and then kablooey, you know, things fall apart. Like your eyes go and all of this, right? And then, oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Catherine. You're so sweet. Thank you. You just melt my heart. Thank you very much. And, you know, like things just go kablooey when you hit 40, right? And then when you hit 50, like the maintenance part is over and like you need to like maintain. And sometimes like you need to replace the oil and get new tires, right? Get a tune up. Sometimes you need a new transmission. You never know, right? So anyway, it's just crazy. So crazy. So yeah, so I am 2 years away from 60. I am just excited about what's going to happen at 60. Oh my goodness. I'm just glad to get to those milestones, right? So for those of you who are younger and you're like, oh my gosh, she's so old, just, you know, just be glad when you get that old, right? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I've got this cold thing going. Hey, Alice, good morning. I'm glad you're back. Glad you're back. Did you get some more coffee? I hope you did. So yeah, I need some coffee and I'm glad that you're back, Alice. And yeah, so Patty, I just can't get over. Patty says she's on her second cup of coffee, just got off the bike, enjoying coffee before starting to clean. That just like blows my mind. That is so wonderful. I wish I had that much energy. I really do. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. So let's see. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, this one's funny. If your house is cold, just go stand in a corner because it's always 90 degrees there. Get it? It's a 90-degree angle. Yeah, that's bad. So bad. Oh my goodness. Can you hear my little girl? My little girl is crying right now. She is crying. Alice says, when I just turned 65, my brother said, "Did you really think you'd make it this far?" Right? They're so sweet, right? Brothers are. Just enough to make you, you know, go, "Oh, thanks. Thanks a lot." Yeah. Yeah. So, my little shadow girl, outside of this room is where the pantry is, and we have like a chest freezer, right? And it's right next to the door. And she gets on that and she lays there and watches for the door to open. And she meows and meows and meows for me. Now, if I let her in, she really doesn't want to be in here. She wants me out there. So she's just going to keep meowing and meowing. Yes, you get to roll your eyes at me every Friday. Aren't you happy? You know, I was chatting with Miguel, and well, not really like chatting, but you know, online like messaging, right? Um, on this channel. And he said that he had to go back and resubscribe to my channel. That for somehow you know, it like the subscription dropped off. And I remember one other YouTuber saying that, or two actually, saying that subscriptions would sometimes drop off and people wouldn't see them. So if you're watching, just check and make sure that you are subscribed and make sure that that bell is clicked so that you get the notifications, because he was not getting the notifications. Hey, Samantha. Hi, it's good to see you. Samantha, are you the same Samantha that submitted something for the video today? I hope you are, because I've got it on there. Now, Donna, if you are watching, my apologies to you, but I finished that video last night about 7 o'clock, and your email came in at like right before 8. And I actually didn't check my email until I went to bed last night. And so it was around 10:30, and I had already finished the video for today. And so rest assured, your photo will go into next week's video. So don't worry, just keep watching. Oh, oh my gosh. Catherine says they no longer say happy birthday when you're over 60. When you're after 60, they say congratulations for making it this far. That's funny. That is funny. That is really funny. Oh my gosh, that's like a bad dad joke right there. Right? That is a bad dad joke right there. That is so funny. Let's see. You know, it's bad when you do dad jokes so much that that you run out of dad jokes out there, right? Because like you've done them, almost all of them, or you've seen them. That is so funny. So, what is in your cup? What is on your hook? And what is the temperature like where you're at? I want to know. Yes, I do. So what is on your hook? That is the fun one, right? So my hook still has my poncho on it. And so that is what I'm doing. Now listen, today's video doesn't even include my Call the Midwife blanket, because I was too lazy to get up and lay it out and get a photo of it. So it doesn't even show a picture of it. So what is on your hook today? I want to know. And now the temp where I'm at, let's see. It is really nice outside. It's nice looking. It says that right now it is 60 Fahrenheit with a real feel of 69. And hourly, let's see, what is the high going to be like today? Okay, so today, oh, good. The high is going to be 74. That's what it says. Now, you know, in the sun, it's always getting hotter, but at least it's not, wow, today it's like the high is 74. That's really something. And then tomorrow it's going to be a little cooler. The high is going to be 68. And then on Sunday, this high is going to be 59. So it's not going to be too hot. That's nice. And it's showing maybe a little bit of rain today, but none tomorrow. And that's nice because we're having company. My dad's old former partner and his wife are coming. And so it's going to be fun because we're going to have a lot of fun visiting, because we haven't seen them for a couple years, I think, a couple years. And they're so sweet. And this is their first time coming to Tennessee to see us here at the new house. So we're hoping that we can go out on the front veranda and just, we got new rocking chairs. And so we're going to be able to just sit out there and rock away and just enjoy our visit with them. Hey, Naomi, good morning to you. Aloha. Hi, Lydia. Good morning. It's good to see you. Oh goodness, Lydia is getting herself ready for work, and she'll be back. And if not, have a wonderful weekend. And so I hope, yes, I'm sure we'll be here. So it's good to see you. Get ready. And Catherine says, I'm working on my wearables. I ran out of yarn, but found more. So it's a little different in color, but it's my sweater, so it's all good. And I agree. It's your sweater, so it's all good. I love eclectic things. I'm really into the scrap yarn rugs and bags and, the blankets and all of that, right? How cool would it be to make a scrap yarn sweater? I'm thinking, yeah, it would be really cool. You know me, I love all those really crazy colors. And you could make a thicker sweater in the scrap yarn, 2 strands, slightly larger hook. It's going to take less stitches to get your size. Why not try it? Why not try it? You know what I would do is just do just measure it on yourself. Get the double strands, a larger hook, chain, chain from this hip to this hip, and then make a rectangle. And then make one exactly the same. Yeah. And then you just sew it down the side, sew the, the shoulders, keep enough for your neckline. And if you want, you can sew it. Oh, you know what? Oh. You could also do 2 rectangles here and then one larger rectangle for your back, and you could have an open cardigan. Wow. Naomi has a market bag on her hook. Yeah. I love being like willy-nilly with the yarn, especially now that I have so much of it and I'm not buying any of it. And so I want to use some of it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh no. Okay. Trudy is not on this morning. Her daughter has bronchitis and she's in the hospital. So yeah, let's keep Trudy and her daughter in our thoughts and prayers. Sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. So Lydia says, I'm crocheting on my blanket. Not sure what the weather will be today. I know. Sometimes we just have no idea what the weather's going to do. Because it can look nice and then 10 minutes later you could have rain. Alice says, I'm making a flower doll, petals around the face. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh my goodness. Alice is one of the most creative people and she's daring, right? And listen, Alice, this is why I call you daring. Because you don't let a pattern intimidate you. You see a petal, a flower doll, or, I'm just trying to think of or that turtle game, or, the headbands, or those snowball little things that you made that was like a snowball kit, an indoor snowball fight, or the clown doll that the head rolled under your recliner and, it was teasing you, hiding from you. You don't let any of that intimidate you. If it has too many steps, you're like, well, it's got too many steps and I'll do it anyway. Me, I look at something and I go, how many steps is it? How much of my life is it going to suck from me, you know? Like, does it have too much sewing? Do I have to sew all these little tiny arms and legs? And Alice doesn't let anything intimidate her. She's like, that is so cute, and I'm doing it. Kudos to you. Kudos to you. Definitely. Okay, and Patty says, once again, curtain on hold, received a request for a baby item. I have a week to make a lamb lovey rag doll. Oh, that sounds amazing. A lamb lovey rag doll. That sounds so amazing. So soft and adorable. I love it. I love it. Hey, Alexandra, good morning to you. Temp in Chicago is 44 degrees Fahrenheit. Open the window and let me come in. I want to come to that 44-degree weather. Ooh, it is so nice. I love being cold. And sometimes I get cold, and I'm not complaining when I say, ooh, I'm cold. I'm like happy, right? Cold is my favorite. Cold is definitely my favorite. Naomi, good morning. Aloha, Naomi. 46 with a high of 61 expected. Wow, that is nice. I love it. 44 degrees, 46 degrees. Give it to me. I am here for it. I am. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, cool, Catherine. That's what you did with your bonfire sweater. You had it down the middle, and oh, nice. You know what? I think your bonfire sweater is in this week's video. Ooh. Excuse me. Alice says it's 9 degrees Celsius and 48 degrees Fahrenheit and rainy in Toronto. That's nice weather to sit inside and crochet, right? Yes, it is. I know. Okay, so Catherine says, please show us, Alice, when you're done, the flower. I know. She's going to share it, and she'll probably have it done because she has a show coming up. Hey, do you have a show coming up tomorrow? I think you do. Yeah. Okay. Here's Alice's trick. She said, I actually look at a pattern and think, how can I make it easier? I'm lazy. You know, I don't call that lazy. I call that crafty. Yeah, that's great. And so that's probably why when you see a pattern, you combine like this head with that body, with these ears, with that nose. Is that why you do that? I love it. I absolutely love it. You know, if creators could do that, could take like the simplest form of the creative process and turn it all into one amigurumi doll, that's for me. That's for me. Yeah. Naomi wants to see your doll too. And oh, I don't believe it. Naomi and Alice, lazy? I don't believe it. And Patty Barker's the opposite. She likes saying, oh, I'm so warm. Oh my goodness. And Lori, good morning, Lori. It's good to see you. I'm so glad you're here. So glad you're here. 77 degrees in Florida. Yeah, because you know what that means. If it starts out at 77, here comes 90. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. And Alice does have a show tomorrow, but she doesn't think she'll have it done in time. Well, don't wear yourself out because you got a lot of work to do. Gloria, if I had my voice, Gloria, I would sing for you today. I would sing Gloria, Gloria. I'm so looking forward to the new book and crochet unique idea. Thank you. Thank you. You know what was so incredible? So what Gloria is talking about is the new book club. It's the crochet and mystery. It's the crochet mystery book club. And so it is a book series that is based on crochet. It's a cozy mystery, so it's not like, serial killers or anything like that, right? It's nothing scary. It's just a cozy mystery, kind of along the lines of like the Murder, She Wrote kind of thing. Let me see if this will help. Okay. And let's see if that helps a little bit for a while. And so the book club is actually it's a series of books by the author Betty Hechtman, and I had some of her books already in my Audible, in my in my audio book app, and so I had the first book in there, and I didn't realize, but I had already read or listened to 4 chapters, so I rewound it, and I'm starting all over. And it's going to be so fun. I love these kind of books. And oh, Alice started the audiobook yesterday. Yay. Yay. And you heard the glorious song? Yes. Yesterday. That is fun. That is so fun. Now, Lori, for those of you who don't know, Lori is my crazy cousin Lori, and we call her that because she's fun. She is so much fun. She's not cuckoo crazy. She's crazy fun, like that Wild and Crazy guy. Remember that? If you're old enough, you remember that. Mm, mm. So Lori has a cattery, and she does the Maine Coon cats. So if you are in the market for a Maine Coon, she provides all over the world. So she has cat couriers that will curry your cat to you. And let me tell you, she has some of the most beautiful, beautiful kittens I have ever seen. So she has a show tomorrow, but it's not the crochet show, it's the cat show. So much luck to you, Lori. I hope that you have a great day tomorrow. Get lots of ribbons. Here's the thing, her cats are so beautiful and so in form. They are perfect Maine Coon cats, and they are winning awards left and right. And are you at your 1 year mark, Lori? Tell me, are you at your 1 year mark? And Alice says, beg to differ, she is cuckoo crazy. Yeah, she is kind of cuckoo crazy too. Oh, but it's fun. It's fun. That is funny. Oh, so yeah, that is a lot of fun. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So, yeah. So if you haven't already told me, tell me what is on your hook, because I am nosy that way. I'm nosy and I love it. I could totally be Miss Marple or, Jessica Fletcher, except that I'm afraid to walk into a room where a dead body is. So that nixes that idea, right? But I can read about them. And the thing that I like about a cozy mystery is that usually, it's just like, oh, she ran across, here's a dead body, but there's no like blood or anything. You know what I mean? It's just like, you just have to figure out the mystery of how it happened. Now, one thing that I didn't realize in the Nancy Hechtman crochet mystery series, at the end of her books, she has a pattern, a crochet pattern. And I went to her website, and she also does some knit patterns too. So I don't know if at the back of the book, if there's a knit pattern too, but see there, she has a bookstore. The main character has a bookstore, and once a week or once a month, I can't remember, I have to read the book again, right? A crochet club comes in. And so that's why it has to do with crochet. Because even though she is a bookstore owner, she doesn't necessarily at the beginning know how to crochet, but she thinks, how hard can it be to do a granny square, right? I'm not old enough for Miss Marple yet. Okay, well, thank you. That's right. I think Miss Marple was like in her 80s, right? Maybe you don't care. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Gloria says, I'm hooking 2 blankets just to use up yarn. That's awesome. That's awesome, Gloria. I love it. I love it. And Alice says, I can't seem to make a dent in my stash. Yeah. Well, and that's why this year I know for Alice and I don't know, for some others, they are not buying yarn this year. This is my YINBY, yay, I'm not buying yarn, YINBY year. And so, yeah, because we have so much of it. But, collecting yarn is a different hobby than crocheting. And so, yeah, it was time for me to stop collecting yarn and to start just focusing on, creating. So far this year, I've done pretty good. I've done pretty good. I've made quite a few things. Let's see, I made 3 hats in January. I made a mermaid doll. I made this blanket. I made 2 rugs. I made curtains. Wow. I think I've done pretty good. And you know what? Aha, let me see this. They call me Crazy Cashier. I do a little dance half hour before the end of my shift. It's called the Happy Dance. That's awesome, Catherine. That is awesome. And Lori says she's addicted to yarn. I hear ya. I hear ya. I love yarn. I absolutely love it. And I go through phases where I'm like loving this kind, loving that kind. And I still have some yarn here from like a couple years ago that I got on clearance at Hobby Lobby, like in 2018, 2019, that had I known, I probably wouldn't have bought it because it's still here. But even that yarn, I'm going to do something with it. I am. I don't know what yet, but I am. So, yeah. And Gloria says, Slice, I'm a bit fed up with mine. Just want to use it all and start again. I've not bought any yarn this year either. Okay, so this is your YINBY year. I feel like this right here is going to be my reset year. First of all, it's my first year in this new room here. If you could just see my table. It's shameful. It really is. It's shameful. It's so piled up already. But it's like me going through this and this and this and this and trying to find this and this. And then it just piles up. So I've got to do the purge on the table because I really do like it when my table is clear and clean. But I have books here. I have my finished blanket here. It's here. And I have all kinds of things. So, yeah. Crochet notions. I even have a box with cookie cutters. I know. Oh, I do know why. Because in January, when my granddaughters were here, my little granddaughter, Nicole, had a homeschool online class that she had to do. And it was a creative, it was a science class. And so they were talking about, now, she's in first grade, so it's pretty simple science class. So it was baking something new out of 2 different things. And then they were talking about the process of, what it was called and everything scientifically, but it was also edible. It was edible dough. And so then she could roll it out and cut out, little shapes and everything. So that's why I have the cookie cutters. Oh, I don't think you have yarn from the 1900s, Lori, because you were not born in the 1900s, but yes, you mean from like 1970, 1980, 1990. Yes, that from that century. Yes. That is funny. That is funny. Yeah, I get you. I get you. I will. I'll let you know what I'm going to make with it, Catherine, with that yarn that I just really don't like. I mean, I'm looking at it right here. It's just that it's just a weird yarn, right? I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, poor Naomi. Okay, Catherine says, I want to get a table at a market and sell my makes when I retire. That's awesome, Catherine. That's awesome. And if you're already taking orders, then you are used to that, production line kind of a thing. And Naomi says, do it, Catherine. It's fun. That's nice. And Naomi says, I keep trying not to purchase yarn, but then, ugh, right? I know. Yep. I will. I'll let you see it, Naomi. I'll let you see. Oh, here we go. Alice says, time for me to donate some yarn. The lady at the post office knits hats for the homeless at Christmas, and I like to donate yarn to her cause. That's very sweet. I love that idea. I love it. I also donated yarn last year I'm going to say, was it in September or August? It was a hot month in Florida, so it could be any time, but it was before we made the move to Tennessee. And there was a lady that I became aware of who is new to crochet, and her husband wasn't like fully bought in and to the like let's buy yarn kind of a thing. So he was like, you only need to buy like one skein of yarn at a time kind of a thing, right? And so she had yarn that was like mismatched, and she was just learning. So she would make a blanket, and the blanket could have like yellow, bright yellow, because that's what she had, right? And then it would have like bright pink, and then it would have like whatever. So it was like all different colors, which I don't have anything against that. But I wanted her to have the opportunity to have several skeins of yarn in a same color so that she could create something. I also wanted to let her see what other yarn feels like that's not Red Heart Super Saver, right? And yeah, and so I gave away quite a bit of yarn. I did give some of my Red Heart to her. And I did give some of the Hobby Lobby of this yarn in like several in a different colorway. And I made sure that all of the colors that I gave kind of went together. So if she did want to make a blanket, she could like put them together and do that. And so yeah, I had one of those really big bags. And so I just started stuffing it with yarn. I mean, it was probably $150 worth of yarn in that bag, but it made me feel good to give it to her because it was like from one crocheter to a new crocheter here, and I was probably more excited than she was. She had no idea the value of it, and she had no idea. She really had no idea because she was so new to crochet. She was just like, oh, thanks for the yarn. But she wasn't like, oh my gosh, look at this yarn. This is amazing. Look at this quality. Oh, it's so soft and all that. She was so new to crochet that she didn't even know that yet. But one day she will, and one day she'll know what that bag meant. Yes. Yes. And Gloria says, I'm the same. I've not enough of the same yarn to make items and so many whips I want to finish. And that's my goal this year. Good. That's a good goal. That is a great goal. I wanted to finish some of my whips too, but so far this year, I don't know if I've finished anything. I've worked on some of my whips. I've worked on the blanket. But I think that that's all that I've worked on. The scrap yarn big blanket, that I was going to put on that bed. Yeah, I've worked on it. But then I got caught up in like, oh, let me make this and oh, let me make that and everything, right? So like when my sweet sister-in-law came, I wanted to make something new with her and kind of get her started. And she loves it when I do that. And so, yeah, so she's still working on her blanket. She had to go back to real life. And yeah. Let's see. All right. So, that's what happened this year. There were quite a few new things that I wanted to do, and I am so happy and excited. Like, I'm trying to tamp down my excitement because my sweet sister-in-law is retiring. And like, I don't know, last week she was like, I have 29 more days. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Now, I don't know if she means 29 more work days, and that's probably what she means, 29 more work days, because I think that they go to the end of May, and then she's retired and she's done, and she's so, so happy. Happy, happy, happy. And I'm happy too. So I'm excited. In August, there is a great East Tennessee. Well, you know what? They call it the Great Tennessee Yarn Tour now. Last year it was the East Tennessee, and they just did East Tennessee, but now they've got some of Middle Tennessee in there. They don't have West Tennessee yet, but they have East and Middle because they have some that go all the way to Nashville. And it's a yarn tour. And so what it is, basically, you go, you purchase your ticket, your yarn tour ticket. It's only $20. The yarn tour lasts the whole month. So anytime during that month, you can do the yarn tour at the shops that are listed. And so your first one, when you go pick up your pass and your bag and your map and all of that, you choose one that's close to you, a yarn shop that's close to you, and that's where you go initially and pick up your bag. And your bag has patterns in it. It has gifty things in it. I don't know what's going to be in it. I sure hope that they put some yarn in there, right? Because technically then I didn't buy yarn. I bought the tour, but they're going to give me some yarn. And I hope that they do. I hope they don't make me, like, this whole yarn tour isn't just a scheme to make me buy yarn. I don't know. But I'm going to take you along in August for this yarn tour. And my sweet sister-in-law, Tanya, is joining me because she is not going to be working. And see, we were thinking, oh, she was going to go back to work this next year, even though she really needed to retire. It was time. And, but, she was like everybody, worried about money, worried about, taking that leap. And then she sat down with a financial planner, and he showed her and her husband how it was going to work, and took so much of the burden and stress off of them. Seriously. Yeah. So that was really great. And so anyway, this yarn tour, they still have it open. It's open until June 15th to purchase tickets. So if you're interested, you can purchase a ticket for the yarn tour, and then anytime in the month of August, you can make the tour. So it's on your own. It's not like, like just 1 week only where you have to hurry up and make the tour. You have the whole month to visit all of the yarn shops on the tour, or as many as you can. And what? Alexandra, hello, good morning to you. And Alexandra says, I will be retiring in 2 years if you can finally and afford health insurance, if not 5 years. See, that's what my sweet sister-in-law was so worried about, because it was the health insurance and can I afford it? And she actually sat down with a gentleman who helped her and helped her consolidate all of the retirement, her husband's and hers, and get a plan. And so she knows she can do it. And so that took so much burden off of her. And then, yeah. It is. The yarn tour is such a fun thing. So if you want to join, if you want to, come and do the yarn tour, it's any time in the month of August. So let's say you and your family want to, come to Tennessee, in the summer for a week or whatever for vacation. You can incorporate that yarn tour in your vacation if you want. And Alexandra, this is what I was like, what? She says, tomorrow is YarnCon here in Chicago. I'm not going because I don't have extra funds right now, but it's an amazing show. That sounds crazy amazing. Crazy amazing. Now, you know what? There was something like that in Pennsylvania, I think. There was something like that in Pennsylvania. And it was a yarn convention, but it was so expensive. It was so expensive. And, like even just to go was expensive. But then if you wanted to sit in on any of the classes, some of the classes were like $500 for a class. And, I don't know. I just couldn't. Yeah. So no, we didn't do that. So I understand about the extra funds because it can be quite expensive, but wouldn't it be nice to have a yarn convention where all of the yarn companies get together and they spread out and they show their new products that are coming out, the new yarns that are coming out so that you can see them. So I wish that they would do something like that. I really do. And, of course, the yarn conventions, sure, pay, $10 to get in, pay even $20 to get in, but don't make me pay $150 to get in and then charge me $500 for a class. Yeah, I'm not about that. And probably they were offsetting the cost of the convention area, and they were offsetting the cost of, and also paying, the teachers and everything, but come on. Yeah, it was a little bit much. And some of the conventions, like if the big yarn companies are coming in, they can write all that off as advertisement, right? So it's not like they're going to be, it's not, anyway, don't get me started. Don't get me started. Catherine says, I need to make a cat and I don't have the yarn I need for it. So I told my daughter she needs to buy it for me. I'm not buying it. She is. Okay. You need to make a cat. Yes, you do. That reminds me, because one of those kits from Mary Maxim last year is that pink cat. I still haven't made it. But you know what? I might not make it. I might make it. I might not. But all of those are there. And that's part of my yarn stash. Oh, well. What are you going to do? I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, this Great American Yarn Tour, I'm really hoping that they're not just trying to get us to buy yarn, right? Because first of all, this is my YINBY year. So I'm not going to be buying yarn on this tour, but I will be showing you the yarn on this tour. And we'll be exploring the different local yarn shops. I think there's 18 in all. Now, I may not make it all the way to Middle Tennessee. I may not make it to Nashville. And if I don't, well, then I don't, right? But yeah. Naomi, have a great day. Have a great day. Maritza. Hello. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hola. Good to see you. Hey. Hey, Connie. It's good to see you. Happy Friday to you. I'm doing really great. Can't you tell? Okay. Connie is currently on a small plant kick. Now, remember when she was on the hat kick and then she was on the shawl kick? And now she's on a small plant kick. And I love it. I love it when I see other creators do this. And by creator, I mean all of you. Because you remember, I know if you've been here anytime, you remember my summer of the dishcloth where I made like 50 million dishcloths, right? Well, this is what Connie is doing right now, only not in dishcloths. She's doing the plants. And she's working on her Christmas cactus. Oh, you had some lovey time with King Buddy. That's so nice. Yeah, Patty. Cost of the conference in PA, the sad part, most vendors were beads. Oh, that's what you read. And you also had to pay for parking. Oh my gosh. See, it's just like pick an area that is, I'm going to say, like kind to tourists and kind to the vendors, and something that is allowing you to actually boost your whatever it is that you're wanting to boost, right? Yeah. I think that would be a great idea too, Alexandra. Listen, a convention for yarn companies, because they are the ones that put money into advertising. They put money into like sponsoring different people. Well, you know what? Sponsor the little person by having the convention, having, small skeins of yarn to hand out. When you enter the building, they give you a bag that has the convention name on it, whatever it is, right? And then as you go from vendor to vendor, table to table, you have a little sample, maybe 25 grams of yarn. I mean, I'm not asking for a 100-gram yarn ball, right? 25 gram ball of yarn that you can take home, and then you can touch it, you can see it, the new yarn that's coming out. Why not? One thing that I also think that yarn companies need to do is make an announcement when they come out with a new color. Why don't they do that? I don't know. Why aren't they announcing to the crochet world, to the knitter world, what new colors are coming out for spring, for summer, for fall, for winter? Why aren't they making these announcements? I don't know. And that's one thing that I always want to know. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, I'm getting off my soapbox. And you know what? I am going to play our video. Yes. And Alice was going to go to that convention. And then I started doing some research, because I was like, well, let me see if it's something that I can drive up there and even just for a day go see face to face my friend Alice. No. Alexandra says, I have a monkey amigurumi that I need to sew together. It is not easy. I've started it and had to rip it out so many times. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Oh, Alexandra. There's no cost to get into YarnCon. Kudos to YarnCon. That's the way to go. But it's a bit expensive, the yarn itself. Yeah, I can see that. I can totally see that, especially if they have, alpaca or wool or cashmere or, any of the, I'm going to say, non-acrylic, higher end yarn. I can see that. Yeah, I can totally see that. Okay, so let us get over to our video. Are you ready? Okay. All right, here we go. This is our video of the week. I loved watching that. I don't know about you, but I loved watching that and seeing the different makes, the different things that we come up with. And thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing this week. I really, really love it. And I hope that y'all keep continuing to share your makes, share the makes that you finish, even like mine, the makes in progress. I don't care. I don't care what you share with me. If it's a work in progress, you show it to me. Give me a picture. If it's your stash, your yarn stash, give me a picture. If it's a new ball of yarn that you absolutely love and you're like, look, anything crochet related that you want to share with me, you share with me. Your mix, your stash. If you get a new crochet hook and you're like, finally, I got my, Clover Amour hook, and you want to send a picture of you smiling, holding your crochet hook, you do it. That's okay. We want to have joy with you about all aspects of crochet. I love it, love it, love it. Yeah. Yeah. That is so awesome. Yeah. All that plus a cost of flight. Yeah. Yeah. Yay. I know. It makes me want to crochet too. And that's why I love, love seeing the video of all of your makes. It's so nice. Nisi, hello. Excuse me, Nisi. So good to see you. I'm so glad that you're here. Yes. Yes. Oh, you're welcome. Catherine, all of your makes were amazing. Amazing. And your cart. Yeah, what a great idea. So Catherine has a cart, and on the top, if I'm wrong, on the top is amigurumi. On the middle is blankets, and on the bottom, wearables. Am I right? I hope so. Yes, you do. You need to get a picture of that perfume from Paris wrap that you made. Yes. When you finally got a Clover Amour hook, honey, I know. You're like, celebrate time. I know. Yes, you can send the pictures to me to my crochet. It's crochet therapy, the number 4, the letter U at gmail.com. And let me see if I can put it up here. There you go. And you can send me an email, or you can post it in our Facebook group, in the Crochet Therapy Facebook group, and I pull them from there, or you can email me. Now, the cutoff for the Friday, for the next Friday, would be Thursday at probably about 5 o'clock, because I do the video I kind of start gathering all of the pictures on Thursday, and then Thursday usually by like 6 or 7 p.m. I finish the video. So so the cutoff is probably going to be like Thursday, 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, in order to get into the next day's video. But if you send it to me and it's a little bit later, no worries, because then it'll be in the following Friday's video. So don't panic. It'll still get into the video, but it just may not get into the next day's video. Okay. And yeah. Oh, Alice has a pedicure calling. Have a great weekend, Alice. I'm glad that you're getting a pedicure. I still haven't gotten mine. Yes. So, friends, it has been an hour and it has been fun. Thank you so much for showing up. Thank you for being so supportive. I love it and I appreciate you. And I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe, be kind, and get hooking. And much love to everybody. And I will see you on Monday.